Yeah, try it. Oh God, the title. Stop it.
Could you put the YouTube link in chat, please?
Okay, it says we're live.
People are having a hard time finding the link.
It should be in the doc that's linked in our bio. Okay.
What's the order going to be for the judging? No, I mean like in terms of us rating each of the beats, like who goes first, who goes last, all that type of stuff. No, that's fine. That's fine. I think you should just
that's fine. I'll work with that.
Are we do we want to wait for more people or no?
I mean, it's 35 right now. I don't know if we want to wait 10 minutes, but considering we just went live, we could probably give like 2 minutes max.
How many people
At least
are
that's
right
what
now?
I would do.
How many views we got so far?
Four.
Four.
Well, hello to those four people who have joined. We will get started in a couple minutes. We'll wait for people to come in. Thank you for coming out to the instrumental series, Beat Battle, and we appreciate you coming. We got prizes coming out. First place is a VST called Track God. Second place is some drum kits that have been curated by all of our organizations. And then third place is kind of just a smaller bundle of those samples. So we will get started soon. We get some background music. It's a beat battle. We got to get hype.
I did not prepare any background music. I can try though. Hold on. Here you go.
Am I scoring this one like out of 10?
No.
No, this is
you can score my music taste.
Happy April Fool's Day to everybody.
I haven't seen that many pranks though. Like nothing I've really seen was like a big prank that anybody was doing.
Nah, my friend got pranked. She thought that somebody was pregnant.
That's the worst kind of April Fool's joke. It's all fun and games. So someone's about to have a child.
Exactly.
It's not a fun April Fool's joke. We can probably just get started now, to be honest.
I bet.
Okay. I'll pause the music.
I'll give it like a 6.
Thanks. Hi everyone. I'm Ling. I'm from WUS. I'm the events coordinator. We can go around and introduce the judges, starting with Hip Hop Initiative.
Hey everybody. Marcus Patterson. I'm the current / outgoing, because I'm a senior, president of the Hip Hop Initiative. And yeah.
All right. Charlie, you want to go next?
Hello, everybody. I am the treasurer of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, as well as the president of Husky Beats.
What's going on? I'm Jacob Stockman. I'm also the outgoing and current president of UConn Entertainment Group and Subop.
Awesome. So yeah, those are our 4 groups that we were working on this beat battle. About a week ago, we had everyone submit things, and now we're gonna listen to them and judge them on a scale from 1 to 10. If you have any questions, send it in the chat. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. We'll start with the first beat now. This is from David Gladstein. I hope I pronounced your name right. Gladstein, not sure. Okay, well, apparently it's not working.
Is this Bagel Dave?
Oh, there we go.
I believe this is Bagel Dave. Yeah.
I don't know what happened with the first one, so we're gonna move on to the next one and we'll go back to that one. This one's by Nick Rose.
I thought that was pretty. I thought that was pretty good.
That was fire to me.
I like that. I like. It was very unique.
Yeah. I would say
kinda
like
right off the bat, like it was very unique.
yeah.
It wasn't like anything generic. Like that was very unique.
Thank you. And he chopped up the sample real well.
I would say that flute, that was that the first thing, and then I heard that bass coming immediately after. I immediately stank face like, oh, they gave me immediate. This is going hard.
Exactly.
And then he kept adding like little things in the middle, like it kept getting more complex towards like the end of the beat. I thought it was really good. That was a clean start. That was a clean start to the beat battle.
Yeah, it was a very clean start. Yeah. Only thing I would say. Oh well, let's start with let's do the scoring first. Yeah. So
All right. For me, I'm giving that one a clean 9.5. I'm giving that a clean. I think there was like the hi-hats were sometimes a little bit like just like two like every 2 beats. But other than that, like I really enjoyed the pacing and everything else. I thought it was really good.
For me, like I said, I liked everything. I even liked the structure of it. The 808, I think fit well with the type of beat that it was. It wasn't, like I said, there wasn't any generic sound, so that's kind of what I liked about it. The only thing I would say is probably like I couldn't hear the kick as much as I wanted to. It's probably because we're on Zoom, but I feel like even if it wasn't on Zoom, the kick needs to be a little bit more punchier. So I'd probably give it I'll give it a good 8.5. I'll give it an 8.5.
Yeah, I love that beat, Stanky. My only critique was also, I think the hi-hats got a little busy at the end. I had trouble imagining someone actually using the beat well towards the end with it getting so busy. So even though it's still fire though, so I'm gonna give it 8.5.
All right, so that was our first beat. Great start. Can't wait to see the others. Next up, we have, if it'll load, Henry Stanton.
Okay, I think you got the good point in this one.
I sent this in
Okay.
the chat, but I just want to say, as moderator, that one went too long, so I have to dock like a point and a half.
Yeah, it's only supposed to be a minute, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But in terms of the beat, I think like it was good. I think it has potential to be better. Like there's a couple of things like for me at least, like the guitar in the beginning, I think it was like a very dry guitar. I think there could have been more like, you know, reverb or like delay added to that to kind of make it more, you know, spacey. It just felt like a very dry guitar. The kick was very like, it was very short. It was very like short and high pitched kick, at least from what I was hearing. I think it could have definitely punched more. But like the overall melody to everything, I did like, and especially when the 808 came in, that was one of my favorite parts. The first time the 808 came in, or like when it was reintroduced in that beat, that was my favorite part.
Yeah, to follow up on that, I think like what the melody was in the back, like that little sample in the back, I think that was really good. I think the high point of it is the chorus, because that's when the 808 kicks in and it's knocking. But I think during like the verse section, the kick isn't as hard as I would have liked it to be. And then it was just like without, and like the 808, there's like an 808 in the middle, like right before like the verse came back in. It was like a more muted 808. And I was like, it just kind of didn't fit with that kick that was being used, at least in my opinion. But like when it's going, it's going. I like that beat a lot.
Yeah, that was just a really solid beat. I echo everything y'all said, and I think the only thing I would have liked to see more of is just a little more creativity there. It was just a solid beat at the end of the day, though. You know, the sample was fire, very subtle. If you listen closely, like you could hear all the subtleties and intricacies in there. But yeah, I would have liked to see a little more like dynamic shift.
Yeah, it was a good beat. It's just, it definitely could have been better. Like it could have been, yeah, it could have been, like you said, it could be more creative. And I think you could have done more with the guitar as well. Like I only heard it a couple times, but I think if you would have done a little bit more, than a better melody with it or something like that, I think it would have been better. But let's go to the score.
All right, I'm gonna give that an 8. Like it's solid. I think if you just, with the slight improvements I would think of, I think it would be really good. I mean, it's like a generic mainstream one, but I think it's still really good.
Yeah, I'd give it a 7. Like I said, I really like the melody. You know, that stuff in the background is kind of remind me. It was a little soulful in the background, so I kind of like that aspect of it. But like I said, it could have been more creative, and certain things could have been fixed even in the mix. So I'll just give it a 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 7.5. Solid beat, you know. But yeah, just could have been a little more creative for sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Henry. That was cool. Now next up we have RJ Spiller.
So on the track, but we make him go, nigga.
Okay. I liked it. It was I think it was solid. It was definitely solid.
I thought it was good.
I like the mix. The mix was very good. It was definitely better than the other ones that we've heard. In terms of like the overall like melodies and everything. Um, I think used like a gate or something like that. I don't know what it was, some gate filter or something like that. I thought that was a nice little unique touch to it. But yeah, it was a pretty solid beat.
You say I give it a thumbs up. I thought it was really good. I think the complexity of like the drums, you could hear like all of them just going back and forth off of each other. I thought that was good. The 808 pattern I thought was really solid. The that little the chorus sample in the back, I think it was a little too high in the mix, at least for my liking. It sounded like a little bit in front, but I still really I enjoyed that one. I think it was solid.
Yeah, same. I really liked when that other snare kicked in at the beginning, and then I always love when the beat drops out and then you come back in on like the second count. That's fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, solid all around.
I think the beat went a lot of places too, and it was never like a bad place that it went. It was always like it did different things with like the melody and like the gate and the filter like that, but it always like it sounded very solid.
For sure.
All right, let's get to the scoring. I'm gonna give that a solid 9. I think it was like there wasn't really anything I had a problem with that really deterred me from the beat. I think it was really good.
I'm gonna give it. I'm trying to think. I'll give it 8. I'll give it an 8. And the only reason I'm giving it an 8 is just because, like, for me, I feel like I don't know. Maybe it was the melody or something like that, but like it was a little generic to me a little bit, but not all the way. Like it was still a solid beat, very solid mix, everything. But just for me, I think I'll give it an 8.
I'll go 8.5. So all around. But yeah, I sort of agree. Something about it, like there could be something more there to bring it next level. So not quite next level, but very, very good.
Cool. All right. So that was our third submission. Next, we're going to retry. I'm going to go back to David Gladstein. If it'll play. Glenn. Enjoy.
I'm gonna get a few bagels. I'll get the Western brisket. I'll get 2. Yeah, sure. Thanks so much.
Yeah, I mean, room for creativity.
I'm very speechless. I don't even know what to say. Okay. I'm gonna stay over here. Yes, keep going.
I think the part that killed me was like it wasn't like the fact that he was sampling going to the bagel store. It was just the part that just basically just blurted out, "We love bagels," and then it just kept going. And it was like, yeah, deal with it. Ooh. I don't even know how to grade that because it's not even what do I put? What's the benchmark for that?
Yeah,
is there a benchmark for bagel related beats?
It sounded like a Pokemon beat battle type of beat or something like that. Like it sounded like you enter a video game and you got to the final boss battle.
It sounds like I was fighting the Elite Four. I don't even know.
Like the beginning was definitely interesting because I was like, okay, like where's this going? And then when it just kept going, I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's tough because it is like, what's the benchmark? Because if we're talking like,
If we're talking like meme beats, it's like a pretty high end, but it's like,
but like, is someone gonna hop on this? Is that this
If-
criteria?
if they did, I'm scared where their career is going. If this was
Oh.
like the best they had, like in terms of like they're in the studio, they're like, all right, pull up a beat pack, and they see one,
Right.
we love bagels, dot wave. I'm really concerned about where their life is going and the decisions they made to get there.
As a producer, though, you know, it sounded like
I would say that seemed like I feel like to sample something like that, it had to be, you had to do a lot to do that. You got to give them an A for effort.
exactly. So I don't know. I don't know where I stand.
I'm gonna rate it a 7.5. One, because of the creativity, and two, because it made me laugh. Like, because I can't judge it off the other ones, but like it's a 7.5, just like I can't rate it lower because it's not bad, because it took time and it came out well. It was a funny product that did what it was supposed to do, entertain me. But that's all I could give it.
Yeah, so it was actually like, you're right. I think it was mixed pretty good from what I was hearing. So it was just a different type of beat. Like it wasn't really a rap beat or something like that. I think for like In Its Lane, it was good and it was very creative, but I just don't know where it fits. So, I mean, I'm trying to figure out a number. Cause you're right. It's hard to get something. It's hard to just get a basis, but I'm gonna give it like a 6.5. I'm gonna give it 6.5.
Yeah, I mean, echo everything y'all said. I think it took a lot of skill, took a lot of creativity. So shouts out for that. At the end of the day, though, are you selling this beat? Is this beat taking you anywhere? I'm unsure about that. You know,
We give it to Lil Nas X. We'll go places with it.
Right.
He'll do something with it. He'll make like a bagel shoe with like a dab of cream cheese in it.
right. It might, but it might be a little tough. I'm gonna go 7. I'm gonna go 7 for creativity. And then also, I mean, with a name like Bagel Dave, I wonder if this person has more bagel related beats. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm curious.
I'd agree.
All right, I enjoyed that one. I do want to confirm this is titled Bagel Song, in case anyone couldn't get that. And I'm now pitching the idea for a meme beat battle next time because I enjoyed that. All right, next up we have Brendan Thamavangsa. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but enjoy.
Okay, that was a beat. I I liked that like the synth in the beginning, that like piano. I really liked it, and then I my main issue was that like when I was like when the piano was there and I was like, oh, this 808 is gonna come in, it got muffled. It got like it was almost like the same note, so it kind of like covered itself, and that's what really drew me off. And I feel like that second part, that last part, while it was good, it went on for a little too long.
Okay, I feel like this one was very similar to the last beat, but in its own way, like they were both like kind of in the same lane, but I feel like the last one had more like it was more unique, and it was it was called like the bagel song, whatever that is. But my thing with this one, it was just very like I don't know, I thought it was a little bland for my taste per se, but you know, to different people it's something else. But that was a little shaky.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I think I could see the vision, but it lacks just like organization. In my opinion, that's my main.
But one thing that I did like is that it switched up and it went to that kind of like party type of like kick on every beat type of thing. I kind of did like that, but then I felt like it could have switched up. Like it was just the same thing throughout the whole time.
Yeah.
But
I would say like, 'cause if he had incorporated like a part from like the previous things that he was doing into it, I think that would have been a lot better. Or just something to build off of in the future. Because I thought that like, because that the drums itself on that like that dance part, I thought were really good. All right, I'm gonna score it a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. I said like I think the pieces are there. It's just not all the way realized.
I would give it probably. Let's see. I give that one like a 5 in my opinion. Like it wasn't terrible, at least it was something. It wasn't like random noises. Like there was at least a vision. It just needs to be more developed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 6. Same thing. It's just it's got pieces, but it's not like fully developed.
Word. Thank you, judges. We are like halfway through the submissions now. And we are now going to listen to V. Kooten, titled Stumble.
All right. I like the old school sound of it. I just feel like it being an old school sort of sound, it was very like repetitive over most of it. I also, at least for me, the one thing I would do is up the 808, because I feel like if you wanted it to knock, it was kind of lukewarm in that regard. Like I wanted to bob my head harder, but I really couldn't because there was nothing to like justify me bobbing my head that hard. But like the sample, I really like, and I like the way you like flipped it and put on all that stuff.
I agree with everything you just said. The only thing I would change is that I think that yes, the sample was good, but I feel like it could have been flipped in like a different way, because I feel like a sample like that is when you start working with like older samples, ones that are from like, you know, the 60s, 70s, 80s and all that stuff, you can chop them up and you can like rearrange. You can do a lot of things with them. And so I feel like if that was, you know, if you changed the sample or you flipped it, maybe you cut it up and did something, maybe you pitched it down or whatever, or it did something, I feel like it could have been better. But I do like the sample, and you know, like Marcus already said, I think that it was very repetitive. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I thought it was super solid. Like, definitely has that old school feel, like you were saying, but I feel like it can be easily used to make a song with, as it is. Even though I think that the mix might sound a little off, but I don't know, it's over Zoom, so it's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, like honestly, really solid and simple. So I appreciate the simplicity, but yeah, it was like a little repetitive. Like, could definitely use like more dynamics.
All right. As far as scoring, I'm gonna give that one an 8. I think it's like solid, but it's not like anything that's gonna get me out of my seat yet.
Yeah, I'd give it a I give it like I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I think it could have been better. It definitely had potential because of the sample that you used. But it was still pretty solid. It wasn't bad at all. It was just like, I think there could have been some more things in it incorporated into it.
I'm gonna go 7. It's a solid beat, but yeah, could use more.
Cool. Thank you, judges. As always, awesome feedback. Love to hear it. Next up, we have Nick Guimares.
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of not to the last beat, but like the bagel beat, and then like the one more closely related to the one after the bagel beat, like that kind of reminded me of that one. Like it's just, I think the sounds in this one could have been more modern. I feel like the sounds that were used were kind of like 2000s type, maybe something like that, like very basic, you know, VSTs, maybe like free ones off the internet. And I could kind of tell, and you know, including kind of like the drums that were used and everything. I think that whoever this person is probably, you know, might have just started, and I think that as long as they keep working, then the product of what they do will definitely be better. They just got to keep grinding. So I like that they shared this one. You know,
I think it, like for me, it almost gave me like an MF Doom sort of thing, where I was like, there's going to be somebody, if they were going to rap on it, they'd do something really unorthodox and off kilter with it. I think there was not enough going on the low end. There's like not really any bass involved. So that, I think that was a big thing for me. It just seemed like not like anything super grounded by that 80, by like a bass or something. And then I also felt like it was kind of repetitive. Like there wasn't really any, like it was a good structure in terms of like boom bap, what you're gonna make with that. But I don't think there was anything like out of the ordinary that like really got me like to notice it. But yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, like definitely like what you said, Marcus. Like, definitely like felt the boom bap kind of vibe. Like I could totally imagine someone doing something weird with that beat. Like I imagine like a deep voice, like kind of like a Reason or like a, you know, like a early Tyler the Creator type thing, hopping on that and like killing that. But yeah, like I definitely could have heard more like maybe from the synth melodies, you know, like it was just kind of stagnant for a lot of the beat. But overall, like solid.
All right. As far as scoring goes, I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give this one a 6.5.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it like a. I'm gonna give it like a 5.
I'm gonna go
Keep working. Yeah.
6.5 as well.
Awesome. We have, sorry, we have 2 beats left. And do you guys want to hear Bun Gus or Milky Way next?
Okay, I'm gonna let you know. Play Milky Way first. Bungus one is gonna be that one's got to be if it's as funny as I think it's gonna be. I think we should save that one for last.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like to offer people the option to choose, you know. Power to the people.
Go ahead.
We gotta save the best for last. Bungus one is gonna.
Listen, I think Milky Way got some heat.
I cut it off early, but it's pretty much.
I just want to say that this is what I was gonna say before. I was gonna say we should say Milky Way for last because I know Milky Way always got something good. But yeah, I think that was probably the best beat of the night because the mix was good, it was unique, and I like that little it sounded like it was like a synth, or not even a synth, maybe like a piano or like an organ of some sort mixed with like a word or something. I think it was like saying date night or something like that. That's why I heard it through my ears. I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was pretty cool. The drum fill, that was a very like good thing. It was mixed properly, so it was doing all that other type of stuff.
Sorry.
Control, you muted yourself. I don't know how.
My bad. I was saying that I think that one's that's one of the best ones of the night.
I thought it was really solid. I really liked the piano and like the all the instruments I thought were really good. I think it was a little bit, I think again, it comes with like boom bap. It kind of like repetitive over like longer standards of time, but for what I was hearing was really good. I like the structure of it a lot. Yeah. I thought it was, I really don't even have like any bad things to say about it other than like nothing was, I guess, out of the ordinary, but that was really good.
I love that beat. Definitely one of my faves of the night. I love the synths and all the instruments, like you were saying, Marcus. And I also love the sort of how it was like slightly sloppy, like it sounded like the snare and the hi-hat groove was like a little bit ahead of the beat, which is always filthy. My only critique, even though I love this beat, my only critique is I wish there was some more low end stuff in there, but I don't know if that's again because of my computer, but maybe like a not even like an 808, but maybe even like a synth bass would have sounded sick under all of that. So
yeah. And one thing I also forgot to mention is like I like the transition from the beginning to the beat, because in the beginning it was like, okay, like where's this going? Like it was, but I knew, like, because I knew that once I heard that, I was like, all right, this is either going to be like one of the best or one of like the worst things, depending on like how he switched it up. And then once I heard that drum fill and the beat started, like I was like, this is one of the better ones. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out.
All right. As far as a score, I'm gonna give that one another 9. That's a solid one. That's really good.
I'll give that one a 9 as well. Yeah, I'll give that one a 9 as well. Actually, I'll give that one a 9.5. I like that one. I'll say 9.5.
it's gonna be a 9.5 for me as well.
Awesome work, Milky Way. FYI, the title of that was Wedding Day, in case that gives you any hint as to the vibes. I felt it. Certainly. Hope everyone else did as well. And the last one, by the vote of the names, is Bungus, or Bungus, because they put a space in between them. But
I'm just letting you know, this one's not, don't judge it. This is like a bagel. This has to be a Bagel Dave type beat. Get ready. I'm well, I guess we can all say that was the best beat of the night, right?
Mad interesting.
That was like 10. No, not 10. That was like 20. That was like 20 different beats.
Here's the thing. The beat is so like, it sounds so bad that you have to have a musical background to make it sound like that. So I can't even like the skill to make a beat sound that weird and off. It's astonishing.
That's what I will say, because somebody like you can't make that like as a beer. You gotta be very good musically to be able to like put all that stuff together and have it come out like that. Because I don't even know what to say to that one.
Yeah, I thought like in the first half, like I was gonna give it a lower rating because like at least with the Bagel Dave one, like you had a story there with that beat, type thing. It had a build up and a peak of that. And at first this was just kind of like throwing stuff at you, but then it got to like that sort of like Luigi's Haunted Mansion sort of groove. That was kind of hard. I felt it at that part. So yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what to score it, really.
I'll start you off. That's a 4. That is a 4. Like, it's hilarious, but if I ever heard somebody on that beat, I'm assuming they'd have friends that did not tell them right from wrong as a child because they're not making good decisions.
Yeah, that was definitely like a mixed personalities type of beat. Like, it was too much stuff going on. I give that one like I give that one a 3. just because like I don't know what was going on, even from the beginning to where it ended. It was like somebody said, at least the Bagel Dave one, like at least there was like a plot, like okay, he's getting bagels, and then like it starts turning up. But this one was like he's here, and then he's here, and he's upside down, and then he's like in the sky. Like I don't know what that was, but props to making that, because I don't think I could ever make something as weird and complex as that. But it's not for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 5.5 just because of the skill and creativity in there. I think has a lot of potential. But yeah, just like everyone was saying, it's really busy or hard to follow for sure. So can't go higher than that.
I just wanted us to end off that beat because it's April Fool's. I just wanted that to be like the end off.
I agree with that decision. I like to end on a meme. That was a pretty good one. Ending on a haunted mansion groove type beat. Yep. All right, so scores are all in. I am looking at the sheet right now, and I want to say congratulations to our winner, which is Milky Way. Our second to last beat. Woo, wedding day. Hold on.
I want to know what third place was, because I feel like I already know who second place is. Second place was probably the first person, right?
Second place is Nick Rose. So the first beat, and then third place is Silver.
Oh, we got some repeats.
Repeat from the last beat battle.
That's a commendable. That's a commendable top three.
Yes, Silver.
I say both all quality beats.
Yeah, Silver and Nick Rose got the same. I think Nick Rose got second in the last one too.
So he going crazy. He going wild. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. I also want to say for our three winners, Milky Way socials. Instagram is at DJ Milky Way. Way is with 2 A's. Our number 2 is Nick Rose. Don't know. Hold on. So
Nick Rose's at is Nick Rose, literally one word, but just take out the I and the O in Nick and Rose.
there you go. I couldn't find it for a second.
And for the first place prize, you will definitely get that by Sunday. Definitely get it by Sunday.
Right. And the last social is there are 2 socials for Silver. One is at r.sil, S-I-L, and the other is at LAUWANC. So if you want to hear more from those people, go to those Instagram accounts.
Yeah, shout out to Silver, because I think he won the last one. He either won the last one or he got third. No, he won the last one. Yeah, he won.
Yeah.
Right. I also want to say that the Bungus submission was sent from an email called bungus@gmail.com.
Yes.
And yeah, I see some people in the chat, but that is all I have scheduled for tonight. I don't know if anyone else has anything scheduled, but I think we're all set here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for tuning in and for listening to me talk incessantly for an hour.